Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the e4 pawn. e5 takes space in the center and attacks the knight on f6. Knight d5 moves the attacked knight to the center of the board, where it attacks many important squares. Knight c3 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the knight on d5. e6 supports the knight on d5 and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This stops the opponent from being able to force doubling of pawns. This is a fair move. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This forces the opponent to double pawns. Recaptures. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a knight. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to prepare a bishop for development. This allows the opponent to counterattack an opposing knight. This allows the opponent to eventually win a pawn. This misses an opportunity to eventually win a pawn. This allows the opponent to win a pawn by kicking a key defender. This wins a pawn by kicking away a critical defender. This moves the knight to safety. That was a free pawn. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. This misses an opportunity to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. This moves the bishop to safety. This blocks an attack on a pawn. This moves the queen to safety. This kicks a queen. This moves the queen to safety. This moves the knight to safety. This is the only move that works. Takes back. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This hangs a pawn after a rushed move. There was only one good move there, and white did not spend enough time trying to find it. This prepares the bishop for development. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This overlooks an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This is not the right idea. The piece finds a new active square. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. This kicks a bishop. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This moves the queen to safety. This is not the right idea. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Right on target. This wins a pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to recapture a piece. This prevents the opponent from being able to win material because the defender is pinned. Very precise. This is not the right idea. This is the only good move. The knight. This overlooks a better way to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. This threatens to eventually win a rook. This stops. This misses an opportunity to create a pawn chain. The piece finds a new active square. One of the best moves. This misses an opportunity to win material through a tactic. This took advantage of a bad move, and white is no longer in a losing position. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This is the only move that works. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. This makes a passed pawn. The game was close to balanced, but now white is worse. This misses an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. This missed an opportunity to punish a mistake. This allows the opponent to pin a defender of a pawn. This creates a threat against a pawn by pinning one of its defenders. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This allows the opponent to sacrifice a rook for a nice tactic. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This wins material. Capturing while sacrificing the rook was the right idea. That was a free rook. This is the only good move. This evades the check from the queen. This is the only move that works. This is the only good move. This steps away from the checking queen. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the queen. Right on target. This is the only move that works. This is the only good move. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. This is the only move that works. This steps away from the checking bishop. This will lead to a draw by repetition, where the same position repeats 3 times. This is the only good move. This evades the check from the bishop. This is the only move that works. This will lead to a draw by repetition, where the same position repeats 3 times. This leads to losing a queen. Black finds a nice tactic with just seconds to spare, winning a queen. This steps away from the checking queen. This continues down the road to checkmate. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble, winning a queen. This steps away from the checking pawn. This continues down the road to checkmate. This is a nice tactic found in time trouble, winning a queen. This permits the opponent to play checkmate. And the game is over.